What's up, guys? So 50 Shades Darker is the sequel to the 2015 film 50 Shades of Grey. And this one again stars Dakota Johnson as Anastasia Steele and Jamie Dornan as Christian Grey. And if you've seen the first film, you've known at the end of it, they've split up. Christian and Anastasia have split up because she asks him to go the furthest to the tortured porn, or whatever you want to call it. Do the worst to me that you want to do. And he whips her really hard a few times in the ass. And she don't like that, apparently. After everything she's went through in the whole film, in the first one, she decides that's the end of it. So what does she do? She leaves. So now in this one, right in the beginning, this is no spoilers because it's in the trailers, we see he says, "I want you back." And then all of it just out of nowhere, really. I mean, it's like she just goes, okay, but no rules, no limitations. I'm thinking to myself, this character, Anastasia Steele, she's such a weak female character because literally this guy bosses her around and he tells her what to do, and she does everything. She does everything that he asks, and you don't really know why. Even in the first film, how she didn't even sign the contract and she kept going back to him. And this one, it's the same thing. There's no contract, but she continues going back to this guy who keeps doing these things to her, and he's a really bossy guy. I don't understand. She's such a weak character because she can't think to herself, okay, he's not good for me because he's bossing me around and he's treating me like this and he has this effed up past. Why do I want to get myself involved with him? I don't know, and she is doing it. And that's our film, because there really is no plot to this movie. There really is no storyline. Either it's just, they get together, 15 minutes pass, they have a sex music video, pretty much, which is not even, it's not a sexy movie, because it's like a music video, a bad music video, with these slow motion shots and these horrible reaction shots. That's absolutely ridiculous and awkward to watch in an auditorium filled with people. And it's ridiculous. In the first one, it was the same way. You say maybe they could improve themselves upon the second one. And they don't. It's exactly the same. The movie is exactly the same in tone. There's nothing to it. They get together, 15 minutes go by, some nonsense happens that you don't care about, and then 15 minutes more goes by, and then they have sex again, and it's literally that throughout the whole entire film. Sex nonsense, and then sex is nonsense as well, because it's nothing even exciting. All they do is missionary position most of the time, and it's not even. Look, that's a different conversation entirely. I just want to tell you that it's not fun to watch. It's not exciting to watch because it's the same crap you've seen over and over and over again. They don't try anything new. It's the same stuff. Yeah, let me flip you over for a second. That's really different. We're really pushing boundaries here. No, you're not pushing any boundaries. The movie is written horribly. Their characters are so inconsistent in things that happen. There is one character that's in this film that wasn't in the first one. He's introduced, and he works with Anastasia Steele. He's her boss in this movie, and his character has a ridiculous kind of turn. I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, what the hell is happening? Why is he doing what he's doing? Is he a sex offender? What is going on? Like he's this big boss, and all of a sudden he can't get his way, or he gets, I wouldn't even say humiliated, but something happens, and now all of a sudden we see him do these horrible, drastic things, and you're thinking to yourself, what is the motive to this? I really don't understand it. I don't get it. The movie is inconsistent. There's another character in the film who comes in and out, who really doesn't do anything for the plot at all. It's this character that we see in the trailers, who is one of Christian Grey's old kind of submissives, and she's coming in and she's coming out of the film, and you're thinking, what is this going to lead to? And it leads to absolutely nothing at all. It's a waste of time. And then they try to set up this subplot with this boss that I was telling you about. that's absolutely ridiculous, and you don't care, and you're sitting there thinking, why does this exist? Why does it exist? What story are you trying to tell? And if you are trying to tell a story, you're not doing it well at all, because it's sloppy, and it's a sloppy film, and it's a messy movie. And there's another sequence that happens in this film, that like a helicopter kind of thing. You see it in the trailers. Literally, that's 5 minutes of the movie based. You might think, oh God, what's going to happen? Literally, this is a 5-minute piece of the film, and it's a joke, because even after that ends, there's nothing to it. It's never resolved. It's never talked about again. It just happens to add some time onto the movie. It's ridiculous. That's exactly what this movie is. It's a strain of scenes that really just are thrown together that create nothing. They create nothing. Jamie Dornan and Christian, what's her name? Dakota Johnson. They don't have any chemistry in this movie. I didn't really see chemistry in the first one. It's not in this one either. It's just like they're walking into a room and they say, okay, let's act. It's time to act. They're not, like, these characters are not compelling. And they could have had something very interesting with the Christian Grey character, with his past. But it's so horribly written, and it's not even focused on enough. That's what they should be focusing, not on this other crap that you don't care about. This guy's past. Really dive into it and give us nice depth to a character. But it's just hinted at and teased, but it's never capitalized on. And we got to watch another one of these movies, and the story is going to end, if you want to even call it a story, whatever. It's ridiculous. Now, I'm going to tell you, I like the first one just a hair more. I do. Just a hair more. I hated that movie, but at least that movie started to try to have an interesting story to tell us. With her meeting him, and now his way of life, and she's getting into it. Even though it was ridiculous, they tried, and it was an attempt. This film was even less of an attempt than that one was, and this one was harder for me to get through, and it was painful at times, because I was just so out, and I did not care. It was just so awkward to watch some of these things. You try to care, but you can't, because the screenplay and the direction does not give you the opportunity to. And the first one, I think, what are they? They're in an airplane or whatever, right? They're in something like that. I think they're flying around. I don't even remember, to be honest with you, but there was something like that. And this movie, they have like kind of the same thing, but it's only in a boat. You know what I mean? It's like the same film, but a little worse, in my opinion. And the only good things I can tell you about this movie is Danny Elfman, God bless his soul, he had to score this movie. And the music is fine, the score is fine. I like Danny Elfman as a composer, the score is fine. And some of the cinematography is fine as well. That's about it. The camera shots, the score, and Dakota Johnson is really trying in this movie. She's trying to start something, have some chemistry. She's acting for the both of them. For Christian Grey, she's acting for Jamie Dornan. She's acting for herself, because the Jamie Dornan character, he is literally, he's a very wooden character. He's a wooden character, and he's a creep, and I don't understand why she continues to go back to him. It doesn't make sense to me. It's ridiculous. I'm going to give 50 Shades Darker 1 out of 5 stars. That's right, 1 out of 5 because of Danny Elfman, because of the decent cinematography. That's about it. The rest of this movie is crap. And you know what? I wasn't going into it saying, oh, I'm going to hate this. I was nervous because of the things I was hearing, but I go into every movie and I say, let's hope that this is good. But I walked out and I was extremely disappointed, and this is going to be one of the worst movies of 2017, and now there's a third one coming next year, I guess. So, alright, that's about it. Guys, comment your thoughts. Did you see 50 Shades Darker? What did you think about it? If you did see it, what do you like more, the first one or the second one? Also, you can subscribe to this channel. I do apologize I wasn't able to see last week's releases, The Space Between Us and Rings. I missed out on those. I was just so busy. But, I'm back now. I'll be reviewing the Lego Batman movie. I did see that as well, so you can check that review out. It'll be up within the next couple of days for sure. So you can check that out. Blu-ray unboxings coming in the future. We have Arrival coming. I know if you see my review for it in my Oscar video, I didn't really like the movie, but I'm going to give it a second shot because of its Oscar nominations. I'm going to try to watch it again on a second viewing, and we'll see what happens with that. Manchester by the Sea, Hacksaw Ridge, Blu-ray unboxing is coming out in the future, so that's exciting. Guys, you can follow me on Facebook and on Twitter. The links to those are in the description of this video. And you can also follow me on Snapchat at RyanKing72 and on Instagram at KingArises131. Guys, that's about it. Thank you very much for watching my review for 50 Shades Darker. Over and out.